Yo, what's going on? It's Endo back again. Another Rhoze podcast every Sunday. We do this every Sunday. And if you didn't know, it's a podcast about artists, perspectives, and stories just from creators and builders all throughout Toronto, hopefully going worldwide. Happy to be here with a great friend of mine, artist, creative, and I would just say overall talented mind, Yeriim. Happy to have him over here. Thank you so much for coming on
How
through.
you
I know
doing,
it's
my
been a
brother?
long time coming. But man, get the audience a little bit about who you are, what you do, and just your whole story, man. As quick as possible, but we'll go into it more in the podcast, right?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me
Of course, man.
on this podcast. Um, if you guys don't know, I've done so much work with Roseland. These guys are basically family. A lot of things started at Roseland, believe it or not. If I was to introduce myself, I would just call myself a creative in the city. I make music. I host events. I also curate different experiences, and I work. I work in a hotel slash restaurant. So
Events.
yeah, events. Yeah, so I got a little bit of a corporate life as well. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. I'm from the Ivory Coast as well. Côte d'Ivoire, 225, Abidjan, Yopougon, ouais,
Sheesh.
on est calé. So yeah. That's me.
Super awesome. And like, it's really cool too, at least from my time growing up in Toronto, that obviously I'm from here, I grew up here. So a lot of the people during the first teenage years of my life, more or less, have been all from Toronto. And I felt like in my like 20s, mid 20s, I started meeting a lot of people that weren't from Toronto.
Yeah.
You were one of them,
Yeah.
to be honest. And
Yeah.
like, it's always been really interesting to just really connect with people, especially now we're getting older, outside of people from where we're from.
Yeah.
Right. And especially for you, I feel like I always salute the people that make the big moves to just like leave their home and go somewhere new. So like talk about that. Like why did you come to Toronto? Why Canada? And then how do you compare that experience to living in the Ivory Coast?
So like many well,
Take your time.
like many immigrants, I came out here for better opportunities. I mainly came out here to study. So I finished a 2-year diploma at Centennial College, and then I started working where I currently work. Um, I mean, bro, it was scary, man. It was the experience of like coming here and just like integrating into this new society and learning things that I never even thought existed is beautiful, but it was very scary. Yeah, like the grass wasn't always green, and there was a lot of learning that had to be done. There were a lot of experiences that came my way that shaped me, and yeah, I'm thankful for those. But yes, it was scary. It was a scary experience.
Well, it's cool because we obviously heard you speaking a little bit of French, and then obviously Canada
Yeah.
is like it has that French element to it.
Yeah,
But like, how do you
that's-
compare that? Like,
So
just
that was also one of the
reasons?
reasons why
Yeah.
Canada was on top, because yeah, you get your French, you get your
True.
English.
True.
And then you asked me previously if I was to compare it to
Yeah.
life in Ivory Coast. I would say in Côte d'Ivoire, I'm gonna be honest. If I was rich, if I was a very rich man, I would have no business here.
Yeah, you'd be over there.
Life in Ivory Coast is
It's different.
amazing, right? But then you obviously got to think about your future. You obviously got to think about, the different opportunities that you can find here. So I would say that is the difference. Like as like to live, I would choose Ivory Coast any day because everyone is joyful.
The sunshine.
The
probably,
sun is
right?
shining. The food is amazing.
Yeah.
The country is beautiful. There's just so much to love. There's also a lot to love about Canada.
Of course,
but,
of course.
I'm mainly here for opportunities.
Well, when did you touch back in Canada? Like, when was it when you like arrived?
2019.
2019. So it's been
Yeah.
like almost 10 years,
Yeah,
more or
yeah.
less. Like you're barely
Yeah.
just like 3 years short away, more or less, from like the full 10. And like when you came, like did you expect Canada to be any different from where you, like what did you hear?
Oh,
Even
most
like
definitely. Yeah, no, I definitely expected it to be different. I knew it was going to be a bit more expensive. I knew, you know, it would look more developed.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
It's a very brave thing that you're doing. Just like that you jump from like a whole other side of the world to here.
mhm.
And like now that you've been more or less quote unquote indoctrinated or like in the culture of Canada, do you like it? Is this a place that you feel you can see yourself staying a few more
Oh yeah,
years?
oh yeah.
When you plan, like when do you think your journey in Canada will be over?
I don't think it'll ever be over.
Mm.
I think it'll change. You know, I may not be here. Um, like you never know with life, right? Like
Yeah,
I,
exactly.
a thought might hit me, and I go to Portugal for a year, or
Lisbon.
I go. You know what I mean? Like you can't really predict these things. But yeah, I do see a future here.
Mm.
Toronto is one of those cities where you meet. You know, they call it the melting pot. You meet
Yes,
so
yes.
many people from so many different cultures. Like I had never tried jerk chicken
Really?
before I came here.
Bummer clock.
Bro. I had never tried pho or like ramen or like
Okay.
all these different. You know what I mean?
Cuisines.
All these different cuisines. I had never met people from different
Yeah, nationalities.
ethnicities.
So
Like
diverse,
you know what I
right?
mean? There was so much to uncover when I came over here. It was a culture shock for me. As soon as I came, there was so many white people. I had never like
That's cool. That's cool.
not
That's
even
cool.
on some racist shit. I had never seen that many white people in one place in my life. Like, cause I also lived in South Africa, so that's where I learned English
Oh,
in
true.
South Africa, right? And South Africa has a population of white people.
Yes, yes.
So yes, I'm not new to white,
Yeah,
but
yeah. It was different.
that many white people in the so
Yeah,
concentrated in the area
yeah.
was the first for me. So that was a culture shock. And yeah, like you get to learn so many different things about the world being in this one place, and that's what I really love about Toronto.
Super cool. And
Yeah.
like I don't know if it was just me, but like recently I was just downtown and I was at like an intersection. I'm finding that the diversity is like exploded. Like it's
Yeah,
not just
yeah,
quote
yeah.
unquote white people these days. There's
Brother,
so many more, right?
in 2050, at least 70% of the kids are gonna be mixed.
I
Like
swear.
I'm telling you.
It's they're just mixing all over the place.
Bro.
Holy
And I
smokes.
love it. I love it. I think that's what the world needs because you know, there's so much tribalism and this race versus that race, and
It's true.
you know what I mean?
I think a lot about this quote. Again, who knows about these higher up powers? But I'm a very firm believer in how they try to do this whole idea of divide and conquer,
Mm-hmm.
where they want to divide people up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so tough sometimes with like what's going on social media or
Yeah.
like the political or social messages being put out to just. It makes sense. You want to be proud of who you are and where you're from, but then I also feel like there's a harmony with like accepting your origins, but
Yeah.
also embracing the future, which
Yeah.
is like we need to diversify.
I think the problem comes in when people from a certain culture, nationality, or you know, think that they're better than the other.
Mm,
There's nothing wrong with being proud of who you are and where you're from.
mm,
But when you start believing that this person that you are and where you're from is better than
it's
those
true.
other people, that's where you get the
True.
wars. That's where you
Yeah,
get,
the prejudice
you
and
know
all
what I
that stuff.
mean?
Yeah, they're feeling crazy about it.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and for the audience to know too, Yeriim and I connected, I think it was like 2022, 2021,
Mhm.
around those times, like just
Yeah.
after COVID.
Yeah.
All through Dizzy, shout out Dizzy, our audience member on the
Le
team.
big Dizzy.
Yeah.
Papa Dizzy.
Yeah, so Dizzy's on the team with Roseland, but Dizzy and Yeriim actually connected through music, and then he
Yeah.
came to our studio over on College Street, and then
Yeah.
I would say the rest has kind of been history over
Yeah.
there. We did some music, some videos, some events, a little bit of everything, man.
No, Dizzy definitely helped me shape my sound. He's one of those producers that is involved in the art. He's not just a press play, you know,
Yeah.
kind of producer. Like he'll
Yeah.
tell you, I think you can do this better.
Yeah.
And we can do it. And I'm that way too. Like you could ask him. I'm such a perfectionist. I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this better. But he's also like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he has such a deep understanding of music that, you know, he'll give you a tip and you may not see it in the moment, but when you do it, you're like, oh, I see.
He's just
I
trying
see,
to give
I
some
see what
game.
you mean. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, man, working with Dizzy has been a blessing. And outside of work, like we're good friends too.
Yeah.
Even with we'll get to the events, but the first event we did,
Flameland won.
Flameland won. The first ever event we did in Canada was with Roseland, and Dizzy was a big part of that. So
yeah,
shout out Dizzy.
And for people to know a little bit about Flameland, just the name of it, land comes from Roseland, right? But flame, tell the audience a little bit about that whole side of the origin.
So flame comes from Maison Flame. Mm-hmm. It's a movement, a brand that was created by Yvan Kouadio.
Shout out Jan.
Shout out Jan, one of my best friends.
Love him.
My brother.
Where is this guy?
Oh, he's working, man. He's working.
Always, right?
This guy's getting D's now, bro.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, no, he's doing his thing. But yeah, Jan started with Maison Flame. He was already doing it since like before we met, since like Ivory Coast. And he used to call it Lord Knows. Right. And then he changed it to Flame. When he came here, we met, like, I'd say we knew each other 1 month after I came. Like, as soon as he came, we met like 2 days after. Because he used to date my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then my cousin was like, oh, yeah, he's in Canada. Oh. I was like, damn. The fuck? I don't give a fuck. What am I going to do with your cousin? With your, with your boy? Like, man. Get the fuck out of here. And then we met and we just became boys. Yeah. You know? And so he started Maison Flame. We started with like print shops and all this stuff. We did a couple photo shoots here and there. But yeah, man, like, I think it's been 5 years now. Wow. Yeah, man's been putting in the work. Yeah, bro, like Jan's vision on where he wants this brand to go is really something I want the world to see. And there's a lot of new stuff coming through, so y'all stay ready for that. That's so awesome. And like, even going into it, like the event that we had, Flameline, it was like a combination, an amalgamation of things, from the music, from the fashion, to even just the overall lifestyle and everything. It was cool too because you and Dizzy connected through like the whole events industry. Yeah. So then the thing I wanted to ask you was like, how long have you had this like drive as a creative? And then when you came to Toronto, like what was it that was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do something? And how did it even connect with this? I don't even think I ever asked you. As a creative, okay, so in high school, and none of my high school friends even know this, but in high school I used to write a lot of poems in my little book. Just like keep them to myself. So I'd have like a lot of material and all that. And when I came here, I started recording, getting into music, but then that wasn't where I wanted to leave things. You know, I don't know. I don't know if there's a word for it, but there's this itch you get as a creative to want to do more, to want to, you know, reach new heights in your creativity. And mine didn't limit itself to music, you know, so I started doing photography and videography here and there, and then events as well. Of course. So I'm just in love with creating. And then, like, when you had that opportunity to be at the events opportunity, doing what you're doing now, you connected with Dizzy. So what was that like spark to make you kind of trust them and almost be like, hey, I got the studio on College Street, come through? I'll tell you exactly. It meant a lot too, because you told the audience it was like one of the first experiences to just connect with us. So like, why did it all happen, bro? I'll tell you the first thing. Dizzy, and you guys show a picture of Dizzy on the Dizzy's the screen. A talker. When you edit this, put a picture of Dizzy. Dizzy is this cool Cuban guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just gives like big bro vibes. Yeah. And he's just a cool person. Like, if you have ever met Dizzy, you'll know that as soon as, like, within 5 minutes of talking to him, you feel like you guys have already connected. You know what I mean? And I remember I was new to the workplace where we work together. I was still new there. I think about like 1 or 2 weeks, and he was the sound guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, I make music, you know, could like check this out. And then I showed him Iceland.
Okay.
As a demo, like,
okay.
Yeah, before I re-recorded it with him.
Of course.
I showed him Iceland, and he listened to it, and like he's like slow vibing.
Yeah.
But you know, like when you play your music for someone, it's either they go, or they're just not feeling.
Yeah.
But he was like almost analyzing it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I actually want to hear what this guy has to say.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you see this area? I would do this over there. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's do it. And, and that's how we got close. We did Iceland together. We did what do you call it? Pickups. That whole pickups era.
Yeah.
So that was very fun. And then from there it just went on. We did a couple more songs, and we did the Flameland events.
Of course, yes.
Now Flameland, if I may, Flameland was a way to promote our brand Maison Flame, as well as to promote Roseland. So the events started off as, you know, a way to subsidize a different creation.
Yes.
And then we fell in love with the events part of it as well.
And let me just jump in. That's where kind of like Maison Vibes.
That's where Maison Vibes came in.
Expanded over there. So tell the audience a little bit about that whole journey and that transition there.
Yeah, so we did the first Flameland. We saw that there was good turnout, and you know, we saw things that we could have improved from the last event, and then we tried again. We tried again. We did one with
2 was good, man. I think 2 was like
fun.
Probably the biggest one in terms of like reception.
2 was really fun.
Yeah, that one had like a big lineup.
Yeah. 2 was really fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, like from the promo to the to the delivery.
Exactly.
It was lots of fun. But yeah, that's where it all started. Yeah.
Well, where's Maison Vibes at now? Because like, again, just for the audience to know, this was early when Yeriim and I connected. Maybe the first couple years we were together. Now it's like 2026.
Yeah.
So like it's been such a like a different probably growth for where everyone's at.
Yeah.
Where is Maison Flame or Maison Vibes these days?
Maison Vibes went on to do a bunch of different events. Like we did some Afro-Caribbean, like You Did Wine Me.
Yes.
We did Hood Soiree with No Ceilings. We've done a lot of different curations, a lot of different events. I have taken a step back from the events because it's something that demands a lot of attention, a lot of care. And I didn't take a step back because of that, but I took a step back because I'm more in my corporate kind of life right now. So that's taking a lot more of my time and my energy, which I'm also thankful for. Cool. Because it's also,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, no, like I love where I'm at. But I have taken a step back from like event curation.
And again, even with the corporate stuff that you're doing too, like it has nothing to do with events, because like you're still kind of like managing it still here and there though, right?
Yeah, it's more of a I'll help you host your event.
Yeah, right. I ain't gonna host it. You're here to provide the support now. Yeah,
I'll facilitate.
Yeah,
I'll facilitate your event. But then we will make a comeback.
Well, I think it's just so cool because again, like I think I read about it in interview with director. Who was the guy that did Pulp Fiction? How am I forgetting his name? Tarantino. Yeah, sorry, Tarantino. And he always talked about this idea where like if you want to be a filmmaker, you just got to do it. right? Like he never went to school, or maybe he did, but like he was just really adamant about the idea that like if you love something or you are really interested, you should just try to do it and don't even like come up with excuses. Like don't wait for school, don't wait for this. And I thought it was just really cool that you started doing these events because you had this innate thing.
Yeah.
You got good at it, and you've done a few obviously in your belt, and now you're helping other people in like this corporate side of things. What are some tips or things that you notice when people come to you for these events, and how do you help them?
So firstly, there's a saying in Ivory Coast that says "Onediani," which means you're already born. So whatever happens after that,
it's done.
It's fine.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
just throw yourself out there, do your best, you'll figure it out. And that's kind of how I went into a lot of things, like events and all that. We're just like, let's do it, bro. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, am I allowed to?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
But then now, with where I'm at with events, it's more like I work with the venue. I work for the venue, and if people want to come in, they can hit me up, and we'll figure that out for them. But if someone needs advice on events, I would say, value your network. Like, value your network. Get back to people. I'm terrible at that. Reach out. I'm terrible at that. And also, like, make sure that you have a solid team. You can't do everything alone. And that's a harsh lesson. That's a lesson I learned in the most harsh manner possible. Don't try to be the whole team. You cannot. You might get a couple wins here and there, but have a team and trust them to do their job well.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it now and I'm just kind of curious to know like where your headspace is at. Like you're doing the corporate stuff, you've had your events, even with the music too. I know you were kind of experimenting with some like rap solo stuff. I know you even did a little thing with like a band and all that too. So like, where's the headspace at? Just creating, just everything.
So right now, my corporate life is what I'm mostly focused on right now. But when it comes to, like, I had to kind of change my mindset and like accept that I'm someone who just enjoys. Sorry, I'm just someone who enjoys creating, right? Because I used to almost go into it like I want to be famous. I want to do it like this guy and like this guy. But that's not sustainable. You find yourself second guessing a lot. You find yourself doubting. So I kind of go into it with, I just want to create and have fun. And this is for me. This is for me because I can't live without this. You know what I mean? So it's more like creating for me now is kind of like my therapy. If people like it, that I'm very happy. If people don't like it, I know why I did it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. That's where my headspace is.
How is it managing all of it? Just kind of like doing all this stuff that you kind of need to do as a responsibility, and then having that time for yourself to just like be you and express, right? I think it's really important to have like a harmony. That's what I like to say with like both sides of things. How's your approach with it?
Well, with that kind of mindset, it shifts from managing to just having fun with it. You know what I mean? It's like getting home and playing some video games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get home and edit a little. And mind you, I do make some money off of these.
Of course,
like,
videography,
photography,
projects,
which is great.
Awesome.
But main reason I'm doing is because I fucking love it.
Yeah, exactly. So like, what's any major goals or projects that you're working on right now that you want to share?
So right now I'm working on a song with Big Marv on the audio. It's called Selfless, and it's basically about this girl that I was talking to when I came to Canada.
Yeah.
And how I kind of had to get off that.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes with these relationships, bro.
And focus on my life and, I'm thankful I did because that would have fucked me up.
Yeah.
And then I'm also working on a DJ series called Chez Yeriim, where I have some DJs coming in, playing a set at my house.
Super cool.
Yeah,
Super cool.
Just
love that.
I'm waiting to get a couple episodes ready before I drop it. But yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like if you treat people good, it'll always come
natural,
back.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm always down to help. Like ask anybody who knows me. Like I'm always there to lend a hand. I'm always there to support. So I feel like in the creative community, I feel like we're very, very supportive with each other.
Well, I think it's also really interesting that, again, with what you do, you're just around so many different energies.
Yeah.
And as we probably talked about, like following up and just reaching out to people it can get really tough.
I'm terrible at that, bro. I'm so bad at that. Like even with my family, because like sometimes I'll come back from work and all I want to do is just
you need some time to yourself.
I just want to chill. Like I don't want to
exactly.
I don't want to touch my phone.
Exactly.
I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax. Like let the day pass.
Exactly.
And get ready for the next day, right? So and I work a lot, so I'm in that space a lot.
How do you find just managing all these different relationships that you've got to handle? Because like you've got people probably back at home.
Yeah.
You've got your work people.
Yeah.
You've got the creative side of things, and then you got like your own personal relationship with yourself.
Yeah.
And just having that inner peace. So like, how is managing all that, especially being in Toronto? Toronto is such a crazy place, dynamic, chaotic.
Yeah.
So many people want so many different things, and then there's just us trying to just make sense of it all.
If I'm being honest, I'm not doing a good job, so I can't even say I'm managing. I'm managing it well. If I have to be honest with myself,
at least you're being real though.
But it's like it's just one of those things. You just do it. As soon as you see that text come in, just answer it. As soon as
they always say that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like
if it takes 5 minutes to do, you might as well just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah. And that's something I'm learning to get better at. But yeah. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, true that. I mean, it's 2026, summertime. How's the summer been for you?
Oh, summer's been busy.
Yeah.
I've been working.
Yeah.
Straight working. It's been an up and down kind of summer. The World Cup was great.
How are you finding actually the events lifestyle in Toronto with like everything that was going on to like World Cup, as you mentioned, summertime? How's the pace been?
I love a busy service. I love, being in the middle of the action. I think Toronto's event space is growing.
Yeah,
it's diversifying.
I think so too.
Like there's some great names doing a wonderful job out there. Like to name a few, there's Moya Space that just shut down the Drake Underground. There's Omonaija, Steady, Palm Trees. All these different, trendsetters shedding light on African Caribbean culture, and I feel like it's a good time. It's a good time to party in the city right now.
That's really cool, and it's cool you even bring it up. Like, how are those like most of the events you're kind of like involved with, or like coming through to where you're at right now with like the work? Like more like Afro-Caribbean vibes, like those type of events, or are you handling like a little bit of everything?
More of like support. Like I go to the events.
Okay.
Like if I go, I'll try to bring my camera.
I see.
Take a couple pictures.
I see.
Yeah, more like as someone who's there to support.
Well, I'm curious to know if there's any trends you're noticing. Like even for me, I feel like even though Rhoze is this media creative company, one thing we've been doing a lot more is just trying to be innovative. And I find that with media marketing agencies or even studios, you can only do so much. So one thing we've actually been trying to do a lot more is like tech. So we've been going to like all these more tech events.
You're cooking.
We're trying, and like it's interesting just to get your thoughts on it, because like I'm spending a lot more time going to events that are like networking and tech related. I don't know if you have any experience going to events like that, or like, are you managing any events, at the establishment you're at similar, or is it just mainly like music, culture, arts type stuff?
No. Can you tell me more about these tech events?
Yeah, I mean, like the biggest thing I'm noticing is like, even though Toronto has such a huge arts media scene,
Yeah.
I think the three big areas in Toronto in terms of like industries for events or just like culture is music, art, film, movies, and tech. And I think that is kind of what makes up like the core identity of like Toronto's maybe artistic or expression side of the city. That being said, with tech, I find that there's so many people starting their own businesses. We all know this, and they're all trying to build products. And I think now with technology, AI, vibe coding, I don't know if you heard of that, but like people are just making things and just pitching it to different companies or just having events all about it. We have an event next week on the 5th, and we actually connected with a tech company for it. So this one was like a little bit of a different one where like they're focused on like AI, but it like scans your face and then it tells people how nervous they are or if like how their central nervous system is. So kind of look at it like Face ID, but like Face ID just scans your face to unlock your phone. This is like Face ID, like I guess on steroids.
Holy.
Yeah. So like that being said, it's been really interesting because I find that Roseland was doing a lot of these like artistic creative events. And the audience for that is different. I think we can agree that the audience is pretty different. And especially from what I know now, being in tech, these people are really like corporate. Like they're not, no one's drinking, no one's playing loud music. And what are your thoughts on it all, man? Just like where events are all going in Toronto, like the future of it, the audience.
Where the future of events are going. I think less people are going to just parties. I think you gotta, obviously, summertime.
People want to have fun.
People want to have fun, but in the grand scheme of things, I think people are going for more like curated kinds of experiences. Maybe it's also because we're getting older, we're acquiring different tastes. We want to go to a wine and sip. We want to go to a
networking.
What I mean? No, performance. Let's say wine and sip, paint and sip, paint and sip.
That's a different one. You try to do an event like that? We cut
a wine and
wine and sip
and a sip. But I think people are going for more curated experiences.
Yes.
On tech, I am all for tech. My only pushback is when it starts to replace us or starts to,
it like limits or takes away from like the human identity or the expression to be human, right?
Like I feel like we as humans are here to create, and there are a lot of technological advancements that have helped us a lot in becoming the society we are right now. But at the same time, there are some things that we need to kind of keep to ourselves. There's some things that we need to preserve. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the arts, music, and obviously, yes, technology is involved, microphones, computers, and all that. But when AI is writing music for you,
it's like generative at that point, right?
It's like
they're generating it,
just create an AI artist and call it a day.
Exactly. Well, Yeriim, thanks so much for coming on the pod. Is there anything you want to say to close it off to the audience watching?
There's an Ivorian saying that says, "Yapa keke, keke keke keke," which means there's nobody who's a somebody than anybody. Meaning,
be you.
Be you, but also don't undermine yourself. Like we're all human beings. We're all gifted in some way. So whatever that is, work on it and perfect it, and be quelqu'un, be somebody.
Wise words. Yeriim, do you want to give the audience your socials or just any information if they want to follow up on you?
Yeah, you can follow me at YERIIM.
That's 2 I's.
That's 2 I's. YERIIM_CIV. And that's all throughout, social media. That'll be my username. And PlayStation Network too. Yeah, come get an ass whipping FIFA.
Okay, you heard it there first. Yeriim, it was a pleasure. Thanks so much for coming on the time. I know it was a long time coming. Well overdue. We gotta have you on next time, talk about more things. But we'll catch you, for anyone watching, we'll catch you in the next episode. Next Sunday, Rhoze Podcast. It's Indoléstic, Yeriim. We'll see you later. Peace.